just heading back home to my place. It's gonna take probably half an hour, so yeah, not too bad. So got this from IKEA. I've had this problem for a while. So the problem is, so I've got this monitor right here, probably 34-inch kind of a monitor that's been there, which I've had it for 1 year, which was given by my friend Shiva. So the problem is that I've got my laptop right here and then I've got the monitor right here. And while using the laptop, the problem is that the laptop sort of obscures the view of the monitor right here. So you've got like about 10 centimeter kind of a block at the bottom of the screen. So what I had to do is basically had to get a monitor stand, and one of the cheapest ways to get an IKEA and get some stand to sort of lift it up. So that's what I did. So I got a pretty decent stand. It's about $35, sort of gets the work done. I'm in my ICU rotation. It's been like 4 weeks I've been in the rotation. Overall, it's been great. Lots of learning, lots of procedures, by the way, compared to my previous terms. I've had emergencies and stuff. This time I've had a lot of procedures, got to do art lines, and got to see really interesting procedures like CVCs, like central line, where they put a sort of an access around the vein, and also art lines are where they put in access into the arteries to get a monitoring of your blood pressure, real-time blood pressure monitoring of the arteries. So I think ICU is pretty much physiological management based kind of a rotation. Probably it's heavy on the physiology side compared to other rotations I've had in the past. I felt like I've got more of a system when I'm in ICU, assessing a patient or also maybe presenting a case. They've got a specific criteria or a way and method they use to sort of present the cases during handover. So yeah, pretty much I've learned quite a lot, and so far in the last 3 weeks, and I'm really happy that I've got to learn something. Initially it was always the start, it's going to be hard. You sort of you fail. I mean, till these days, I've out of 5 art lines, I've only successfully gotten 1. But the junior writers I've worked with, who was assisting me throughout the process, were really helpful, and they were really patient and in terms of teaching me the technique. So I got the technique right, and what they say is that as long as you get the techniques right, it shouldn't be a problem, and it's just more of a practice game throughout the process. Taking the cable car ride up to Genting Highlands. So I've got like 2 more days before I leave to Melbourne in 2 days time, and we're just gonna meet my friends. I was just gonna go for a bachelor's party since I'm not gonna be able to make it for his wedding. So it'll be great to be able to attend his bachelor's party before leaving to Melbourne. I'm leaving at 10. Right now it's around 1 p.m. It takes about half an hour from the train station to the airport. Reached around 10 minutes ago, and we're just gonna vacuum, and then tomorrow I'll be working for my PM shift. 12:30 right now. Just got back from work. Today I was on a short shift where they bring patients who are about to be discharged to a specific area, and I'm the doctor assigned for that area. So I've got like 20 patients. But the good thing is that there were not many really sick ones, so it's pretty controlled, and I've got my boss who was helping me at the same time as well. So overall, pretty good shift. Managed to actually get back to the flow after 3 weeks of having a holiday. It's actually been 2 weeks since I've come back from Malaysia. So I've had my night shift and PM shifts, and the emergency department has been a busy time. Also coming back from the holiday mode back to work life. It's been lots of learning as well, and it's good to be back. The thing about emergencies are it's shift work, so some days you're in the PM shift, some days you're on night shift, so the shifts between the schedules has been rough instead of the night shifts I've had in the past. Overall, it's a good learning opportunity in emergency department. I guess I'm more confident right now, given that I've been in the emergency department in the past. I've had multiple rotations, especially in pediatrics and cardiac emergencies. So yeah, it's good to be back. And the hospital I'm in right now is more of a tertiary center, so I get to see more complex cases, learn from the seniors, consultants. And today's my off day. It's actually a public holiday for Easter. So I've got like 3 or 4 days off. So I'm actually cleaning up my place, trying to tidy up space and do some chores. So at last managed to get some stuff done. Managed to clean the whole entire space. So this is my setup right here. Tidied up some space, removed some rubbish along the way, and cleaned my bedsheet. And my wardrobe was pretty messy earlier. Space right here. So good. So prepared some dinner before heading to work. So I made some chicken, put it in the oven, and let me just turn off this. So I made some chicken and right, so done with groceries. Just to cover for 3 days. Banana, carbs, yellowfin tuna, roasted chicken, tuna cans, salmon. So yeah, that's it. Cool. So got some broccoli and some chicken. It's just when I've got time, I'll just get some healthy option. Most of the days I'll just get some takeaway food. It's either chicken rice from the local store nearby. It's about $10, or I might just take away something from DoorDash or or either Uber Eats. Cool. So back to my off day. I have got another 2 days off. Today will be helping my friend to move out from his old place to his new place. We'll probably need to head up to a shop to get a bulb for my headlight. Managed to get my bulb as well. Apparently we've got it at last, so might find a store nearby to see if they can fix this bulb into my car. If not, I'll need to try to figure out to see if I could fix it. Mess. Bro, what are you doing?
Taking shit, brother.
Where? Those guys came in to do my inspection around the room. They were pretty happy with the results of what we've got. We took care of the place so far. Me and my housemate, we kept the place clean for a few days and then I'll get back to its messy state. It was a pretty productive day, so I managed to get a few stuff done, mainly settling my end of term. So it's sort of a feedback we do once we finish the term. The supervisor would give you a bit of feedback on ways to improve, and I did the meeting today. Overall, it's good. I got my consultant, who was my supervisor for the term, to actually, so he would help me be a referee in terms of my application for next year, for a job next year. So since they've seen my work, and I've been working in the department for 13 weeks. I mean, I've worked with them before, but it's just for this term, it's more of a feedback kind of thing. And currently I'm working on my CV and also cover letter for my next year's job. So the process starts earlier on, where you try to get referees and stuff, and prepare your CVs and sign up for courses to get you into the specialty you want. And each specialty would have their own prerequisite and requirements before getting into the program. For example, they want you to get like a active life support course, or some training in sonography, getting fast scans in patients who are deteriorating, so to identify if there's any bleeding, internal bleed, so all those kind of stuff. And if you're specific to medical, like PPT or physician training, then it might be something else different. For example, research in cardiology and any kind of research, basically, to improve your chances into getting a program, which shows that you're not into only clinical, but also out of the spectrum, non-clinical stuff. You're also involved in research and all that kind of stuff. So, just going out to play disc golf around with my friends, and oh, got some stranger right here. So yeah, just go play disc golf. Finally, something like golf, but you put the disc into the hole. So I'll try to figure out what to do. So I've just finished my emergency rotation for 13 weeks, and I'm getting to ICU. For those who are not medical inclined, it's called intensive care unit. It's basically people who are really sick get into more of a different setting, where we make sure that the really sick ones get taken care of in a different way. Either they are being intubated, or they are actually on some vasopressors to give them more support. And if their body is not coping, we try other ways to sort of support their blood pressure or oxygen and all the kind of vital signs to keep it more stable for a period of time until the body recovers. And the good thing about ICU as a resident is that you get to see cases which you've never seen before, and you get to manage diseases which makes people really sick, and it puts you in a situation where keeps you under pressure, and you get to learn from your bosses and your seniors as well, who have been in the field for quite some time. So it'll be great to be in ICU. So I haven't started yet. I'm going to be starting the day after tomorrow. I just finished my shift yesterday in the emergency. Yeah, looking forward for ICU. Lots of learning. I'm gonna grab a coffee and start studying. Mainly, I think knowing what the main case is, how do you run the rounds, the kind of notes you sort of are going to the systems in place when you're writing notes. I think there are different things they do in ICU, and the way they write their notes during ward rounds, according to airway, breathing, circulation, and how detailed you want to get into each system. Just started my ICU rotation. I've had 2 long shifts. They start from 8 to 8 p.m. If you're doing the night shift, it's 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I haven't done the night shifts yet, but the 12-hour shift was really good. Lots of learning, lots of information overload on the first day, but the team was really supportive. I got to see a lot of complex cases, and the criteria of patients coming in are usually the really sick ones. So lots of learning, especially like ventilator settings, pressure, the types of ventilators, the numbers and how they make sense. So I've done a course before about 2 years back. It's called a basic course, where you try to understand the dynamics of how it interplays within the patient's disease, like if they've got a chronic lung disease, and how does the ventilator kind of support it. So far it's been alright.